So the Central Bank of Nigeria says the country's interbank settlement system, or NIPS, is now available on the new E-naira platform. Nigerians can now transfer funds from their E-naira wallet to any bank account of their choice in the country using the NIPS instant payment feature on the E-naira platform. So let's move forward on that with an update on how this big step of central bank digital currency adoption by Nigeria is going. Now, welcome our guest, Rakiya Mohammed, the director in charge of information technology and the coordinator of Project Giant at the Central Bank of Nigeria. Great to have you on the show this evening, madam.
Thank you, Bosso. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. I know it's been a very busy day for you with all the meetings and conference you and your team are attending in Frankfurt. So we appreciate the fact that you made time to speak to us tonight. Tell me about the next steps for this E-naira initiative. What's the next step?
All right. So you're aware we just concluded a hackathon, and we've gotten our best 10 teams out of about 4,667. And we're going to nurture them through an incubation process where they will learn about product development, go through a legal clinic, take them through how to produce a prototype of their product, and then make sure they are ready to go to the market. So in a very short time, we should be able to have the private sector, the fintechs, playing a very critical role on the E-naira platform, and they'll be able to create products that speak directly to our target audience. Having said that, with the introduction of the NIP, now our integration of the E-naira with the NIP, so Nigerians are able to actually convert the E-naira to cash, and very soon they'll be able to convert their cash to E-naira seamlessly, just like they do with every other bank. And that will now give them the opportunity when they find themselves in a place where E-naira is not yet popularly, largely accepted, to be able to use cash. But our end goal is to mop up as much cash from the system as possible to help the populace understand and leverage on the advantages this novel idea of central bank digital currency brings to the nation.
Madam, I wanted to do a little explanation for me about how the E-naira ecosystem works. Who are the parties? Yes, the central bank is the issuer, but tell me about other parties in the value chain that ordinary Nigerians, those who use this E-naira, need to understand the participants in the ecosystem, in the value chain.
All right, thank you for the question. So, as you said, central bank will issue E-naira. And we issue directly to commercial banks. Somewhere down the line, we hope to be able to have other parties that we can issue E-naira to. So the commercial banks are responsible for the distribution of the E-naira, just like with cash. That's what really happens, with cash right now. And once you request for E-naira, for now you have to request from your commercial bank. That's for the people who are banked. And then from there, you will have it in your wallet and you'll be able to spend. Now, for you to be able to spend, you can either leverage on the infrastructure provided by the payment service providers and other fintechs. For instance, right now we have Remitter, it's online. You can pay for Wire, Jam, do every other thing you do with Naira on their platform. We have Flutterwave, they have come on board as well. We're working very closely with InterSwitch. They will soon be on board as well. And then we have that produce cards. So they're trying to layer E-naira on top of cards that people hold. So if you go to ATM, go to POS, if you have a card, you can also use E-naira. So those are as the financial system. Very soon, we're going to have the microfinance banks come on board through the Nigerian interbank switching system NIPS. And then on the other side, we have government that we're working closely with. Right now, we're about to sign an MOU with the humanitarian ministry. One of the pain points we have recognized in the system is the fact that when government wants to make, let's say, welfare payments, they either have to do with cash because most of the recipients don't have cash current accounts or savings accounts. So they have to give cash, and that's a lot of logistics problem. if at all the cash reaches the recipients. So we're working with them to make sure this class of people also have Enaira wallets so that government can directly remit this money directly to their wallets, and they'll be able to spend or cash out whatever they want to do. And then we have the consumers themselves. We started the pilots, if you like, with people who have a smartphone and who are banked. So those were the people we've been talking with, onboarding, and so on. But with the introduction of the USSD, the star 997, whether you have a smartphone or not, whether you are banked or not, you can actually access Enaira. So you just need to dial star 997 hash, and it will guide you through the process. So if you don't have a bank account, which means you don't have a BVN, you can use your name. And I'm glad that the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy has actually onboarded over 80 million people on the NIMS's digital identity system. And we have over 60 million people who have BVN. That means over 20 million Nigerians have NIM, but they don't have BVN, effectively meaning they don't have a bank account. So they can use the 997 to come on board and reduce the use of cash and enjoy the benefits that the Enaira system brings to them as well.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for providing those clarity as to how the Enaira really works for the ordinary man. But again, you're in charge of IT and coordination of this project. So let's talk to me a little about, you talk about the key benefits, but what about the security of this particular protection around the Enaira, especially for folks who don't have bank account and they just need it on their mobile phone and they need to spend this money, they need to use it in their day-to-day life?
Absolutely. So one of the unique offerings, features of this system is the technology, the underlying technology on which it was built, the distributed ledger technology. The distributed ledger technology comes native with a lot of security features. So for instance, in the past, when I send an email to you, I still keep a copy and I can send it to somebody else. This technology has enabled us to transfer value over the internet. That means if I transfer 10,000 Naira to you today, I will not have that 10,000 Naira to send to somebody else. That's the concept of crypto, if you like. And that's the technology that we leverage on to make sure it is secured. So the wallets themselves, the tokens, they are mathematically and cryptographically signed such that till today, we haven't had that anybody has been able to hack into a distributed ledger system. If you've heard about issues, it's because maybe somebody has lost his, or he shared his BVN, or he shared his account, or there are third parties that have not secured their system, and through there, people are able to, steal people's money. But as far as the distributed ledger is concerned, it is so far the most secure system there is that we have seen. And that is the layer, that's the technology we have employed to build the Enaira system on.
Give me a few seconds, about a minute or so, to talk about the meetings you're having in Frankfurt and what you're discussing with your colleagues in other parts of the world as far as central bank digital currency is concerned.
Yeah, so this is a meeting that has brought together over 80 central banks. Bank of International Settlement is there. Technology providers for central bank digital currencies are there. Financial System Stability Board, they have representations there. So the whole idea is to rub minds and find out, discuss where CBDC implementation is going. Incidentally, this afternoon, we made a presentation on the Enaira. We happen to be the first in Africa, the largest in the world, really, the nation that has gone live. And everybody was really looking forward to that presentation. And after that presentation, the people who had doubt about the workability of a central bank digital currency are now on board. They understand how it works, and we give them first-hand experience of having launched the CBDC, and it's working very well in Nigeria. Yes.
Thank you so much. We wish you all the best and your team, the central bank over there in Frankfurt, Germany. Thank you so much for speaking with us tonight here on Arise News. Thank you very much, Rakiya Mohammed, the director in charge of IT and the project director for the E-naira.